literally have a metal.
Shameless plug to flex in the video. Is that what that was?
Okay, so we want to start doing more videos about actual real-world training related topics. And so Caitlin, one day when we were training together, had said some of the things that she was thinking about when it came to training, you know, why not, and all these different things. And I figured rather than me talk about any kind of philosophy that I think about when it comes to training, why not just talk to someone that has gone through the decision-making process to kind of explain and share that common ground with people. Yeah, so should we just start from the beginning?
Sure.
So what made you decide it was time?
It was pretty cliche. I wasn't happy with myself, and it was, I'll do it next week. I'll start eating better soon. And I lost my dad. He had a heart attack, and he was healthy as can be, and that was kind of the reality check of nothing fits, and we gotta do something. And so I went into the gym and signed up, and I was offered to get in touch with you and didn't think anything of it, and they asked for my information, and within like 3 hours you were blowing up my phone and recruiting me.
So was there like apprehension to get started with actual training?
Oh, absolutely. I think there's a stigma not only for training but for women to get into training. It was, you know, you didn't want to become big and bulky and unattractive, but it's hard to go into a gym whether you're a guy or a girl, and you know, there's the lunks and there's the big ripped people, and you feel like everyone's staring at you when in reality nobody. Everyone's in their own world. But yeah, it was pretty nerve-wracking the first few sessions to go in and pretend like I knew what I was doing when I had no idea.
Yeah. So what kind of things were running through your head when we talked about how it would be a good idea to get started with training, and you kind of decided that, okay, I'm going to do this thing, but then it came time to show up for the first session? What was that like?
It was scary. It was a very clear, no, you need to do this. You know, you need to take the initiative, and to be completely honest, like, you made me really confident in you, because the first night that we met for an assessment, and my first reservation was that I'm type 1 diabetic, and I needed somebody that wasn't just going to say, okay, get off carbs. But you understood, you know what I mean, and you made me a lot more confident in you. You know, it was very reassuring that, okay, he knows what he's talking about, he knows what he's doing, he's not filling my head and pretending, and I'll be honest, I was dreading starting. And there are days where I totally dread coming in, and I'm like,
Are there still?
Some days.
Yeah.
But the moment I leave, like today was brutal, and the moment I left, I was on top of the world, and it felt great. But yeah, of course I was scared to get started and actually take that plunge, but it's been probably the best thing I've done for myself.
It's really cool.
Morning.
No, that's cool. So I know that at one point when we were initially talking about training, not training, does it make sense, does it not make sense, what you've gone through in the past with what you've tried, trainer-wise and things like this, and maybe talk about what that was like versus what you were looking for when you came to me.
So I battled a little bit with, I had reached out to a trainer, and I had done an online thing for a little while, and I just, for me, it wasn't cutting it. It was, I needed somebody one-on-one, somebody that was going to create something specific to me, somebody that understood what I was looking for, and
So more personalized? Sure.
Hence personal training. And that helped me, and you know, in the first couple of sessions, you know, you really boosted my confidence in knowing that I was doing the right thing. This was a good fit. You know, the online thing, for me, it doesn't work. For other people, that could be it. But
sure.
I feel like with online training, you get such a generic broad spectrum of things, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was spending most of my time YouTubing videos or Googling, and I didn't know if I was doing things right. And right off the bat, you'd correct me if I was doing something, or you'd boost me if I was doing something right. And so I knew if I was doing something right, and I was like, oh, okay. So based on going through various gym programs that I never pushed myself when it was just myself, or going through trainers that only did online, it wasn't a good fit, and kind of meshed, connected.
I mean, I would agree, obviously, but you know my common tagline, right? It's all about the progress. So to me, that's sort of the ultimate, and I don't want to skip ahead too much, but you know, let's touch on that for a little bit and then maybe come back to more of what you're saying. But progress-wise, if you can kind of compare what you were doing before, programs that you were trying, the gym effort that you're putting in, and the progress that it turned into versus now.
I think that's a night and day difference. I mean, I literally sat at my desk today after lunch and I like flexed and I was like, oh, and I actually feel so little build up there,
Yes.
you know, and there's a huge difference in, those days where you don't want to go and you're just like, and then the days where I want to go and I'm super jazzed and I'm pumped, and, you know, I think it kind of circles back to like how you push. You know, you're not over our shoulders screaming and one more rep or anything like that, but you build us up, and if we're doing something right, excellent, you know, and that builds our confidence and makes me want to make you proud. It makes me want to keep working and push harder because I know I can. And I think it's the perfect combination.
That's really cool. That is awesome. Which I just, like, I have no idea what you're saying. You know that, and you know that. But to me, like, it's just cool to hear, you know?
Absolutely.
But
you need that confidence too. To know that you're
there's a reason why I show up, and so to know that it's working and helping is my ultimate satisfaction. So that contrast is really cool. Part of what I think goes into that is what you just touched on, is the motivation piece. And before I say anything about motivation, do you think that your motivation has built within you, or is it something that you feel like is an external force making you do something? Does that kind of make sense?
It's absolutely been, again, here, light switch, night and day difference, because I think with anything, you know, I signed up for the gym in January. It was the new year. Everybody is doing it, right? You know,
it was cool then.
It was cool. That's why all the gyms have their specials. And I was like, man, I'm gonna be so cliche going to the gym after the new year. And again, I'm gonna circle back to like, you got in touch with me like 4 hours later. Like, I was pulling into my garage. I remember this, and I was like, oh, random number text me. I was like, oh, this is Luke. And I'm like, wow, like, this guy's legit. Like, he wasn't just like, oh, if she's interested, she'll call me. Like, you reached out. And so I'm getting off topic a little bit, so I apologize. But yeah, it's learning from you.
I do that. I do.
No, my motivation is skyrocketed because the thing I have to remember is like the scale, and it's not always where I want it to be, but I can feel a difference. People can see a difference, and I'm happier, all the cliche remarks, but I get excited to come to the gym. Like, I really do. I know that sounds so like scripted, but it's not. Like, I was stoked to come to the gym today for training. I also knew what we were going to be doing, but
yes,
I knew we were going to do deadlifts. And, but 6 months ago, if you had asked me, like, you want to go to the gym to do deadlifts? I'd be like, these cheese balls are doing. I'm lifting enough. And no, it's been great. Now I'm just excited to keep going and not be the potato that I was.
Yeah, no, I think that's phenomenal, and I mean, obviously, this is my purpose in doing this, is just what you're talking about. So, you know, it's amazing for me, but I see from, you know, my perspective, I don't know, how long have you been training? Has it been a month?
A month and a half.
Okay.
Yeah, almost 2 months.
So from just what you said, where I think a month and a half, if I would have said, okay, today we're going to coming to the gym and we're going to do deadlifts. See?
There's no way.
But the difference, and this is from my perspective, obviously, but the difference is someone that comes to the gym and says, okay, I signed up for it, I guess I'll do it, to someone that now told me, let's go do some deadlifts. Let's add that to the routine. And to be excited about it and push. I think that's an amazing thing. And I like that I'm part of the motivation.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I think also, though, that it's you now from within see what you're capable of, the progress that you can achieve. And that's a bigger deal to me. Another big deal is, do you want to maybe go into a little bit the decision about doing deadlifts specifically? Just kind of touch on that. 'Cause I think I know this story.
What do you mean?
What I'm getting at is, it's not just me over you, motivating you, pushing you, screaming at you, threatening you to get you to the gym. You want to be there. And it's from within, too. But then also, it's not just me. We have a group.
Yeah, the family.
Right, family.
It's
See,
awesome.
right.
Okay, so little story. So my first week with Trinity, and I get a text on Friday afternoon, come on, hang out with everybody. You're part of the family. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a girl, I'm emotional. Puppies make me cry. And I was like, I'm accepted. And it literally has, I rave about everybody who I've met through you guys. It's pathetic. People probably think I'm creepy. But no, it really is. It's the family. And it's so great to walk into the gym and, whether I'm waving to staff or, you were training last night and I walked in and you were like, hey. And there's that camaraderie of, I always have support. It's a family atmosphere, and to want to do these things, it's like, okay, we're going to get off topic. I struggle with depression, and I'm on antidepressants. And literally, it's so cliche, but going to the gym, especially in those days you don't want to, you leave, yeah, that felt really good, and you're just happy. And to hit those new goals and to have those goals with deadlifts, to do it for the very first time, and I was surprised, and it's been fun.
Yeah.
Whoever would have thought gym and fun for me.
Have you noticed a change in I don't know if you can say endorphin levels or whatever, but do you get, because I noticed that.
Absolutely. I think I'm happier. Even last night, I was kind of telling you earlier, after I got home from the gym, I pre-workout too, but my roommate was like, I've never seen you lose jabs.
The best pre-workout ever?
Yes, Pulse.
Okay, continue.
No, my roommate was like, I've never seen you this energetic and happy, and I'm like, I know, it's not even my happy pills. It's because I was at the gym, and my girlfriend and I, my best friend, we now have dates to go work out on the weekends. And
love it.
Last week it was workout and a brunch, but it still worked out. And it's just, I feel better. I feel happier, and being part of the family, it's more than just a trainer. It's more than just going to the gym, and it's more than just I have my personal training today. It's a coach, it's a friend, and I've met people.
No, that's I love it. I think it's all big to me because it's stuff that I believe in.
But it's exactly how I feel, which means other people feel that way too.
Yeah, for sure. I would say that we've been training long enough for you to kind of be in the zone. You know kind of what to expect, what it's going to be like. You feel like you're a part of it, like you were saying. Let's say that you had to rewind, right, and go 6 months back, and knowing the difference between what we do and everything else that you've tried and been through with training, not training, online training, trainers, all that stuff, what would you have to say, it might be kind of tough to do, but the biggest difference?
What do you mean by the biggest?
Well, I know we talked about, the difference in motivation and feeling like you're a part of something, the personalized this is about Caitlin's progress versus here's a routine I think will work because it worked for Bobby.
I think it's just like you just need to do it. That's been the biggest thing is like overcoming that fear and like that first day. You know, like you just need to do it, and you just jump in with both feet and you just do it, and it goes hand in hand with the motivation and being specific and unique to like you develop these programs specifically. You and I talked about this the other day. Like my program is nobody else is ever gonna have that. Like, and that kind of really hit home for me when you said that because I'm like, wow, like these are specific to us. Like my program's 10 times different than Athena's or anybody else, and no one's ever gonna have that. And it kind of goes back to like having confidence in you and like, okay, this dude has stuff, like he's not just some steroid like trying to take my money, he cares. And I think the biggest thing is I just need to get over that fear of what's the worst that's gonna happen. I'm gonna lose weight and I'm gonna feel better, I'm gonna look better. But it goes back to, okay, there's that, it's hard to get into that stuff. It's hard to, and I was in a bad place, you know. I had to feel that it was going to do something. And I just did it.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I'm glad that you did. This is like from me something that I just think is important because I kind of know when we talk about this stuff, whys and how comes and what will help and what will not help, and you know, to have. For one, I'm glad that I get to be a part of something good for you, but also I feel so blessed to have the clients that I have to train that understand and see and are getting benefit from this environment. And one of the things that I have talked about before that I think is an amazing deal that, if it's okay, I'll bring it up, but where, you know, I have one client she's deadlifting more weight than she has anybody has any business deadlifting. I mean, the girl is a phenomenal deadlift. Incredible. There's videos of it that either are up or you will see, I'm sure. But you know, does that motivate you at all?
What did I literally came into the gym on Monday or Tuesday, and I'm like, she showed me this progress picture. I'm like, this is goals. Like, I want to be here. Like, she's deadlifting triple what I'm lifting. Oh yeah, almost triple what I'm lifting, and heck yeah, I've been using that. I want to get up those numbers, you know, slowly, but that's been a huge motivation because
you're blowing up a giant inflatable boxing ring, which you'd never be able to hear us over. So
we had to move.
Yeah. So anyway, to finish off the story, I guess, how about, like we said, we'll keep in that same sort of vein of, you know, the motivation comes from not just me to everyone else, but from everyone else to everyone else, and how, like, it is a group, like you were saying, it is a family. There is one ultimate purpose, there is one ultimate goal, and we all kind of feed off that together.
Absolutely.
Also, like for me, I get motivation to continue to do what I'm doing because you guys make it so fun, because you don't quit on the last rep. You know what I mean? It's the desire for the progress that you have inside of you that helps me deliver. So I guess the last thing might be, what would you say to someone that's been thinking about training, wanting to train, hasn't done it yet, and they're just right on the edge, maybe looking around at trainers, looking at the cheap options, looking at online, looking at other gyms with their trainers? What would you say, not just do this because, but what type of things should you be evaluating the person that you're trusting with your progress?
I think to start, I mean, if you're hesitant, you just got to do it. You know, I've talked to a few people, and there is no tomorrow, there is no next week. You know, you got to do it. You got to get over that fear. I mean, there are going to be days where it's going to suck and you're going to hate it. And, you know, there are days where I'm like, I never should have let myself get to this point. This is killing me. But things that, you know, why Trinity is, you know, the big answer, the family, the camaraderie, the fact that everybody is there for everybody. Like in the 4 or 5 Fridays that I've hung out with everybody, I've made some friends, and I think that's huge. I think the genuine interest in our progress and our well-being, it isn't just, give me your money, here's your program, let's do it. Like, you care if I'm not pushing myself. Like, at the end of the day, it's on me, but at the same time, like, you have a trainer who isn't yelling in your face, but he's like, come on, I know you can do it. Like, just trust yourself, you got this. And that confidence, like, you don't find that every day in people. And I think just overall everything. There's like nothing bad I could say. Honestly, it's been life-changing. I know, that's so stupid to say. But I honestly can say, like, I just wish I had done it sooner. I wish I had.
You're here now.
I am, and I love it. It's been great, so.